will bop away those trembling trees, embrace the breeze tenderly. Oh, as you and I came wandering on by and lost in desire were we. All the shores were kissed by the mist who lay. But by the way, I can't forget how two hearts met breathlessly. Your arms open wide and close me inside. You took my lips, you took my love tenderly. Hey, hello folks. Elizabeth, hi, how you doing? Elizabeth from the More Intuitive Me. In fact, I'm so glad you're here today because this episode could literally be dedicated to you. We'll speak more about that in a moment. Let me say hi to JC, Clarity Jane. Hi JC, and then Caesar. Caesar is here in the chat. Lovely to see you, Caesar. It seems ages. I think it's been ages since I've been live, but I've been so unwell. Well, no, I'm not. So this is why I'm going on live. Didn't announce it or anything. I just decided, let's go for it. Oh my goodness, here she is, Miss Linda. I fell in love with you the first time I looked into them their eyes, and you had a little suit wave. Right, I've even forgot the words. How long has it been since I've sang that song to you, Linda? Right, I will get back and sing that one shortly. It's so lovely to see you all. Right, so what I'm doing today is I'm going to edit a story that I've written for Harjarine's daughter, Nevaeh. So I've done the recording already. Okay, so Miss Mary is shouting at her. She wants us to say hello. Hello, Miss Mary. Okay, so I've just done the recording. Here we go. This is the recording space. Hold on. This is my big light. Got big light on. Okay. I don't normally use kit like this when I'm doing any normal recordings, but this is for the Auntie Jo's bedtime stories. So it's got to have a certain vibe to it, hasn't it? So that's why it's supposed to feel like bedtime, isn't it? So there we are. Look, Auntie Jo's bedtime stories. And okay, I need to confess something. Right now. Hi, Big Bev. How are you today? Okay, let me confess something. This book, of course, it's not a book that I've written. Let me show you what it is. This book is, I think it's from the 70s. Look, how to do hand stitching, the squirt wheel, look, all of these great things, like kimono sleeves. So, I know it's kind of cheating, but it's for the magic of it all, isn't it? The children want to think that Auntie Jo's written a book of all Auntie Jo's bedtime stories. So that's why I just put a front and a back on. And then what I do is I put my stories, the ones that I'm going to be doing, I put them in here. So, of course, here's Nevaeh's magical portal. I wrote that one the other day, didn't I, JC? I remember saying to you, and to Harjarine's on. I was saying to you guys that whilst I was unwell, I finally finished my Nevaeh story. And I think it's wonderful. I really do think it's wonderful. Elizabeth, it's my best one yet. And I say yes, yet. In fact, I stress yet. Because, of course, there's going to be plenty more. And you know what? One day, there might, in fact, be a real book. So, watch this space. Okay, let me turn the light off here. I'm going to just, right, excuse the sorry state of the house. Remember, I've been unwell for a while, so I've not had a chance to clean. And the moment that I got well, the first thing I did was record one of the bedtime stories. So, Miss Mary, are you okay? Yes, Miss Mary's okay. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the editing process for these stories. Okay, does that sound like something we could spend an hour and a half on? I hope so. If this is something that you think might be fun, will you double tap the screen to like the live? Okay, whilst I'm doing that, let me get on to, let me get out of there. Miss Mary's chatting away to us, look. Now, apparently, in fact, we might have some information about Miss Mary's illness. So it's almost certain now that I've got primary aldosteronism. So I'm even put on pills for it. But one thing that we have found, of course, is that it means that I was kicking out a lot of adrenaline. And you'll have seen me. You know you've seen me on lives before, where I turn on live and then I am pumping a huge amount of sweat just comes out. Sweat that lands on my glasses. You know you've seen it. You've seen it before. I'm sorry for the information. But of course, if I've got that kind of fight or flight response because I'm kicking out so much adrenaline, little Miss Mary, who is my significant other, she's my best friend, we know she is, but we're so close that she would smell it. She'd be aware that there's danger. And maybe, in fact, all this time, all of this time that I've been saying Miss Mary's anxious, maybe it's in fact because I've been anxious, and not anxious, but just suddenly my adrenaline kicks in when I'm excited, and I get excited and giddy with that excitement. So I'm talking away to you all now because I can't quite see the screen while I'm trying to get onto my YouTube that will show me the screen so I can see what everybody's saying. So bear with me a second. Oh my goodness, Big Murph, look. There you are. Right, hold on. Big Murph. Right, for those of you who are content creators, do #sleep. Here's Big Murph. He's coming up on the 20th at 6 p.m. That's 6 p.m. UK time. So 6 p.m. UK time is, what time is that, Big Murph? That's on the 20th. So 20th is Saturday, isn't it? So Big Murph's going live on the 20th for his last day on the Star of the Seas. And apparently he almost cried. Oh my goodness. So it's a premiere where he's going to be in the chat. So keep an eye out for that one. Big Murph, will you please put your, there you go, look. So it's 1 p.m. Eastern time. Thanks, Big Murph. And JC Calamity Jane, am I right in thinking 1 p.m. Eastern is 12 noon Central? I'm saying Calamity Jane because there she is, look. There she is. Yeah, honestly, this is what I mean. These, you're all my stars. You're all the ones that I watch regularly. So there's Calamity Jane doing another one of her December challenges. I've not been doing them for a couple of days. So obviously I've been unwell, but I have my Zumba sticks at the ready. I did some the other day and it wiped me out, but it was amazing. So thank you, Calamity, seriously, thank you. It's that one, I call it the magic lantern. I don't know whether it is a magic lantern, but it's the one where you're doing that. I think it's brilliant. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to get onto, oh look, Pammy's doing the summer challenge as well. We love Pammy. So hold on, look, there's Pammy. So she's doing here's Erin. Erin's live as well. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm live the same time as Erin. Erin, apologies. We've got Coach coming up as well. She's going to be doing a workout. Right, so Coach Maureen, you all know Coach Maureen. She's a wonder. She's a wonder. She does amazing workouts. So if you've not already subscribed to Coach Maureen, do so. Right, but no, what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to get onto my channel so that I can then look at the comments coming through. Honestly, it's been so long since I've done a live. It's like I forgot what I'm supposed to be doing. Miss Mary's telling me. Aren't you, Miss Mary? You're telling me as well. Okay, excuse the mess of the whole house. Right here is my pile of, what's it called? These are all the presents that I'm supposed to be wrapping. So I'm supposed to be doing that one, and maybe later, maybe tomorrow. Okay, right, here we go. I can see you all now. Right, give me a second. Let me just shut the door to the kitchen because it really is a state in there, and I don't want you to see there. My mum would be highly embarrassed if I showed the state that's in there. Oh, the other thing I've got my Sibio that I need to put on as well. So we'll do that as well a little bit later. Okay, but give me a second. Let me put this down. let me put this down. So you can see me, can't you? But what we're going to do as well, we're going to be looking here. So I'll be moving to show you this in a little while. But before I do, let me say hello to everybody. Right, so we know that Elizabeth's on. We know that Calamity's on. We know that Caesar's on. Let's everyone say good morning. And of course, Elizabeth's saying she can't forget. Now, the reason why we're doing today's episode is because we're going to do a behind the scenes in creating the one of the Auntie Jo's bedtime stories. But if you weren't already aware, this idea for Auntie Jo's bedtime stories was endorsed by the fabulous Elizabeth. I went on to one of her, she does tarot readings on Friday evenings. Elizabeth, will you make sure you let us know what time your tarot reading shows come on Eastern time? For me, it's about 11:30 p.m. on a Friday night. So I was on there, I was in bed, I was attached to Colin, and I was wet because I thought, right, I need to go to sleep because I need to wake up for Dee Dee's Friday Night Live. That's on at 1:30 a.m. in the UK, so I think that's about 7:30, 8:30 in the US. But again, my maths is, you know how bad I am with converting, taking 6 hours off. But anyway, I digress. So there I was all wrapped up in bed, I was ready to go to sleep. But I was listening to Elizabeth do her readings, and she's fabulous. Her tarot cards are beautiful. She's got so many different packs, and they are stunning. And she picks the pack as well. When you ask her the questions, she gets the idea of a pack that she's going to use for you. So she shows you these beautiful cards as well. So I said, oh, Elizabeth, would you be able to do me a reading? And, you know, at the time I was thinking, well, what do I need a reading for? And I thought, well, at the time, I was trying to decide whether, because I'm still not able to work yet, because I've still got problems with my heart, and my health is still not as it should be, but I thought I need to keep my mind in a space of professionalism and creativity. So I was thinking, right, should I do a channel for my professional life, which is I'm a learning development specialist, so I thought I could be a learning development coach. I thought that would be a great idea, and of course it lets people know that I know what I'm doing in this learning and development space. Especially the AI of it all, I've been learning lots about that. Or could I go for something that is really dear to my heart, something that I've loved doing all my life, I've loved writing stories and poems, and my poems always tend to have the same rhythm, but it's something that I really love doing, and I find it's just the process of writing something creatively. I find it really good for my the brain fog that I suffered recently over the last 5 years of being housebound. But even before then, it was something that I would do for friends' weddings, do it for family funerals. I do it every Christmas, so every Christmas day there'd be a Christmas poem out. It had mentioned Marlamo's mushy peas. You know, I was notorious for writing poems. So I asked Elizabeth, should I do something that's professional or something that I'm passionate about? She asked the cards, and here we are. So thank you so much, Elizabeth. Okay, so who else we've got on here? We've got, right, I'm going to try and sing your song again, Linda. I fell in love with you the first time I looked into them their eyes. You had a real cute way of flirting now with them their eyes. They make me feel so happy. They make me feel so blue. I'm falling, not stalling, in a great big way for you. That's all we're getting for now. I'm hoping Mel B comes on because it's been ages since I've attempted on Vogue. Is it possible I can do on Vogue today? Who knows? We'll find out if the Mel B comes on. So, do you like Calamity? You're saying you love this top? Right, this top, I'm sorry if it's a little bit booberella, but it's a top that I got from Temu. You know I love my Temu tops. So, again, I'm still looking a little bit bellified as well. But all my curves are in the... I have curves. May or may not be in the right place yet. But they will be. Okay, let's have a look. So the Merry Christmas chat, says Linda. Right. Oh my goodness, my mouth just dropped. You are gorgeous, says Harderine. Harderine, I love you so much. I really do. You are a goddess. Has anyone seen Harderine in that orange dress that she wore for the behind the scenes last week? She takes our breath away. Take my breath away. And of course it matches the lipstick. Yes. You're absolutely right. So then that's when we saw that Big Murph is in the house. Big Murph's live. And then we've got, let's have a look. Right, we've got everyone saying confession Thursday. Right, Elizabeth, I've now got 12 poems that are about to be launched. I might in fact have enough poems for a book. Can you imagine it? A book. I know. Right, I can see that there's 26 of you on. So if you're on and you're enjoying it, double tap the screen to like it. If you're not, don't do anything. Miss Mary's wondering what on earth's going on. Right, let me have a look. So everyone's saying hi to everybody. Right, then that's when Big Murph realised that we was looking at his live. So remember, Big Murph, his premiere is going live on Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, and it's his last day on, I can't remember the name of the ship. He's been on a cruise, and apparently there's some tears. I know, and I don't even know if he's doing a hot wing challenge. Who knows? We've got to watch the video to find out. Okay. Big Murph saying, sing, you sound great, Joe. Thank you, Big Murph. I've got to get a song for you. We have Mia on the chat. Mia, Miss Mia, Mia. We love Miss Mia, don't we, Miss Mary? Because Mia provides us with cat treats. Yes, Miss Mary. Miss Mary knows that Miss Mia is on. So, these cat treats. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's new, pussycat? Oh. Right, let's have a look. We've got Ryan Honeyman. Ryan Honeyman, fabulous name. He says hi and waving. He says hi, dear. He's Ryan is a 25-year-old woman. I live in London. Ryan, oh my goodness. This is amazing, right? The other day, I was with my family the other day, and we were talking about the names, different names that people are having, and we were mentioning Dylan, and we're saying Dylan is not just a name for males, it's for females. And I said the same with Ryan. I said I remember seeing a Ryan on America's Next Top Model. I can't remember what season, but she was fabulous. I think she was the Dairy Queen. And I was just talking about a female Ryan, and here up you pop. 25-year-old woman living in London. We love London. London nights when the party's right and the feelings drive me by. Right, that was the London Boys from the 80s. I'm sorry. Right, Ryan works in a salon with feet doing massages and pedicures. Oh my goodness, Ryan, when I come down to London, because me and the Mel B, we're coming to London. I'm up in Nottingham in the UK, but Mel B, she's over in Fort Lauderdale in Florida. And she's coming over to London next year, so I said I'll come down and visit. So, Ryan, we could come down and get our feet done at your place. You'll have to let us know whereabouts you are. She loves Ebony Girl feet, the best, smell and taste. Not sure about the smell or the taste, especially if you're working. I don't think you can work and be chewing on feet. In fact, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do that because it's against food safety standards. Am I right? Okay, Mia has wrote #cat. So that means Miss Mary, you're getting some treats from Mia and Todd Kitty and Little Lady. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right, let's have a look what else we've got on. Right, it's Rianne, sorry. So Zion is my son. Zion is my son's name. What a beautiful name. Zion like a lion. Vince, have you eaten, sis? I've eaten someone, sis. Me, no, they don't. I do it after closing, honey. Right, we're going to move away from the talk of eating feet. It's not that show. We're talking about bedtime stories for children. So let's have a look. What I'm going to do today. Right, let me see if I can show you. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Okay. Right, here we are. Can you see it? Hold on, if I move Miss Mary further out the way, you're all good, Miss Mary, we'll just relocate you. Okay. So, can you see my screen? Yes, that's a pretty good view. Right, what I did was I recorded the video earlier, and now I'm going to edit it. Now, the program that I use is Cyberlink. Let me show you. I use Cyberlink PowerDirector 360. It's from Cyberlink, and I pay for it monthly, although I think I pay annually, but pay the monthly fee in one go. But it's got some great features. I'm still learning all the new, because they come up with new features all the time. So what I've got to do first of all is, let me get to here. Right, the first thing I need to do is I need to sort the sound out. So I take it up to about 200. Oh, let me do it. So I go to edit. Can you see all of this? Can you see all this without my hair in the way? I've forgotten I've got big hair today. Right. So let's have a look. Edit. I'm going to edit the audio. Let's take it up to 200. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to AudioDirector, and I've got to clean up the sound. Because I've not got a proper, what's it called? I've not really got a proper sound recording space. So when I'm recording and I don't even use the mic when I'm doing it from the phone, the sound's not so good. So what I do is I use Audio Suite, and that actually helps to improve the sound quality from the original recording. While I do that, let me quickly put this on. So you guys know that I've been doing my Sibio, or Sibio, I call it Sibio, but apparently it's Sibio, and the ketone sensor. Well, I've got my new one's just arrived, so this is for the continuous ketone monitoring. So I've just got to put this on, and then I've got to wait an hour to stop my recording. So I thought I'd do this now, just whilst I'm in the process of doing this live. And I didn't mean to do it while I'm doing the live, it was just I forgot to do it earlier. Okay, so it comes in this nice handy package that is supposed to twist. Right, now here's the monitor. You may be able to see, if you look just slightly, that it's a fine needle. It's a 4 centimetre needle. Okay, I normally wear it on my right arm, but I'm going to put it on this time on my left arm. Okay, so you find a fleshy bit, and then you, without thinking, you said I've got to do it without thinking because I am ready to, it does make me jump. But you press this button, and then it forces the monitor on you. So that's now on, and I've just got to wait an hour for it to start finding data. So meanwhile, here we are at the audio. Right, let's have a look if I move this over here. Can you see this now? Windows font, right, we don't need it for the Windows font, purely because we're doing the audio. Right, so what I do is I go to restore the audio, and I use the AI assistant on Cyberlink. So it asks me, the restoration assistant, choose the type of audio you want to restore. Well, I'm wanting to restore dialogue. So what it's doing right now is it's analysing the actual sound, the audio track. It's going through there, and it's automatically determining how to improve it. Okay, Miss Mary, you see she's licking again. This is what I mean. I think it's me. I think she's actually more allergic to me. Not allergic, I'm making her anxious. Right, let's have a look. So, Ricky's here. She's building Terminator. I'm building Perminator. Thank you, Ricky Lee. How are you doing today? Right, okay, so, right, I'm not sure if you can see it. Let me see if I move this forward. Does that make it any clearer? Maybe instead of it me worrying too much about whether it's clear or not, I'm just explaining what I'm doing. So it's telling me that it's analysed the audio to auto-set recommended parameters based on the analysis results. So it's reckoning it's going to remove de-hessing. So especially whilst I've been unwell, I've been, with my teeth. So it's going to remove 53% of me sort of doing lots of that noise. And then it's going to enhance my speech by 72%. I could listen to the preview, but it's the AI restoration assistant. It's got my back. I know it knows what it's doing. So I'm just going to apply that bad boy. Right. Hold on. So I press apply and it's updating the audio. It's as simple as that. So at the moment, I'm not needing to pay for huge costs for a great mic or to make my space so it's more of a sound recording space, because this actual tool on Cyberlink AudioDirector is doing it for me. Seriously, I think I'm only paying about $200 a year for this product. I've had it since 2014, when before you used to get it and you used to have the standalone system, and then you buy the next system. Well, now you buy the 360 and 365, and it just automatically provides you with the updated versions. So that's why we get a lot of new things happening in the space, in the AI space. So let me see if this will let me play it. Hey children, how are you today? I hope you're well. In fact, I'm well too, because I've spent 2 weeks. So it sounds like me, doesn't it? It sounds like my usual recordings. So I'm going to save that. I press that. I press save. And now that's going to it's going to update the audio in the PowerDirector suite, which is the video editing part. Now, I know that there's some amazing things you can do on CapCut or YouTube Create. I know because JC Calamity Jane and Harderine have been they've been doing some amazing stuff. And that's brilliant. But the moment I've still got this, so I'm still learning some of the great things I can do here. Right, so we can see now that audio has been changed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the audio track and the visual track. I'm going to link them again, connect them so that whenever I make any edits, it's all done in one. Apologies because it's like to spam caller. Okay, so now I'm saving that. I'm trying to find a space where I can put this video so that I'm not having to keep turning my face away from the camera, or you just get a big portion of the afro. Give me a second. Honestly, I only decided to do this because I've not been live for so long, and I thought, let's see if I could do something that makes sense to why I'm doing it and yet still say hello to everybody. Okay, so if I do it that way and I move this close right that way, meanwhile I'll move this one. This is my laptop where I can see what you're all saying. Okay, so Wavy Alley has been removed. A message. Thank you, JC. I didn't see the message, but I know you would have removed it because it was not in tune with the bedtime stories that we're working on today. Okay, so right, apologies if you can hear Miss Mary scratching at her flower thing. I'll put Miss Mary that side. Okay, so can you see what I'm doing now on the screen? I can see what I'm doing. I hope you can see it too. Right, get a look behind the scenes. You're right. This is, and you know what? I think this might have been an idea that JC Calamity gave me. I'm sure, was it you, JC? Where you said it would be good if you could show how you're recording these. Joe, we literally watched you sleep through the night. We would watch you do anything. Oh my goodness, that's right. That was oh my goodness. Right, that was a time we were trying to figure something out on YouTube. I think Hardroom was doing something. She was setting up ready for StreamYard. So I was trying. It was for the invite a collaborator, wasn't it? I was trying to figure out how it would work. So I was faffing with that whilst I was in bed attached to Colin. And then I thought we'd got it sorted, so I put my phone down. And I do not know what happened. I do not know when it happened. But because I was partway through setting up live, I hadn't actually come out of it fully. So I don't know if I touched the screen about an hour or so later, Miss Mary had come along and, turned it on. Who knows? Who knows? Because it could even be a ghost. But suddenly, I was live. You couldn't see anything. And all you could hear was me sleeping. Crazy. But we kept it on because we got about 19 viewers. Okay, right, so let me show you now what I'm going to do with the with this, because I know when I was recording this, I know I was having some problems with the way I was speaking. JC thought I was testing my CPAP machine. And oh my goodness, that was the other thing, wasn't it? It was Lisa pointed out that about an hour into the recording of me asleep, suddenly you could hear something, and then you could hear like just whoosh, whoosh. And literally, this is amazing. This is amazing to be a YouTube creator. Being a YouTube content creator and all of this stuff that happens is gold. What had happened on this mystery live that just happened to happen, with my CPAP machine, the mask on Colin, it got a tear in it. So you know where it normally sits underneath my nose like that, and I breathe like that. Suddenly it got a tear in it, and the flap was doing that. And I did not sleep very soundly that night, even though I didn't know, because we only found out after watching the live replay. Okay. I can see the gorgeous purple bellflowers in the chat. So I'm going to sing. I've got to sing. All I want to see you laughing in the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. That's for you, Bellflower. Lovely to see you today. Right, what I'm going to do first of all then is Miss Mary's still scratching. Are you okay, baby? Are you okay? We calm you down, darling. There's nothing to worry about. Right, so the first thing I need to do is I need to chop this first bit. Can you see me there? Right, the first bit is where I'm just sitting down to get rid of there she goes. Sitting down. Get yourself ready for the children. And then chop. So get rid of that. Remove and fill all gaps. Okay, so now there was some place, hold on, let me get the book. There was some place where I got my words mixed up. So we've got to listen to it first to find it. Hey children, how are you today? I hope you're well. In fact, I'm well too, because I've spent 2 weeks, yes, 2 weeks, with a cold or a flu. I was snotty, I was rotty, I was shivly and sniffly. And one thing I did do is I read a lot of books, because I love reading. And I know somebody else who loves reading too. Her name's Nevaeh, and she's from Texas in the USA. Hi, Nevaeh. And I'll say hi to your mum too. Hi, Marjorie. So, this got me thinking I should write a story for Nevaeh, because books are magical portals. And this story is called Nevaeh's Magical Portal. Now, I want to check. Have you actually brushed your teeth before we're ready for this bedtime story? Are you in bed with your pyjamas and your cuddly toy? I hope so, because now I'm able to begin reading you the story from Auntie Jo's bedtime stories. Okay, Nevaeh's Magical Portal. Miss Noxema, the fluffiest cat of the night, with fur as black as the starry twilight, prowls through the street, her whiskers aglow, her sidekick Kitten Chloe always in tow. They found Nevaeh as the dusk settled in, with a nose in a book and a thoughtful grin. Okay, so this is where I went wrong. So I need to go back to they found Nevaeh. Her sidekick Kitten Chloe always in tow. Okay, and I'm going to click splice there. I can see Purple Bellflower. She noticed that you're absolutely right, Bellflower. Whenever Miss Mary hears your name, she wants to start singing with us, don't you, Miss Mary? All I want to see you laughing in the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. Yes, you're singing for Nicole, aren't you? You love it. Okay, apologies, but I just had to say that's what she does. Whenever I mention Purple Bellflower, she starts. Okay, so I've put a splice in just there because this is where I'm going to need to remove something. So, because listen, I'm going to make a mistake as I'm saying these words. They found Nevaeh as the dusk settled in, with a nose in a book and a thoughtful grin. Kitten Chloe asked, "Why read on the beach all day? Wouldn't you rather build sandcastles and sing a beach song?" So I've written. Missed that bit. I spend too much time on my own. That's why I end up speaking to myself. So what I realised I was going to do was I'm going to say that one again. So I'm going to remove that chunk. And then this program, I don't know whether it's this program or this laptop. This laptop is it's a good laptop, but it's about 7 years old. And I think I might need a new one. But what seems to happen is every now and again, my system just crashes. So what I try and do is I try and save every 5 minutes just to make sure that I'm not losing too much should it crash. So I've just saved that one there. I can see that Sister Z's in the house. Idiosyncratic girl. Hi everyone, she says. Hi Sister Z. Are you doing your dip and fallbacks? I'm not going to do any today because I've only just returning from feeling unwell and I don't want to exhaust myself. So, but hold that thought. Right, let me go back. Let me listen to this again. So I've removed the offending article and let's listen now. Let's see if it still flows. Through the street, her whiskers aglow, her sidekick Kitten Chloe always in tow. They found Nevaeh as the sun settled in, with her nose in a book and a thoughtful grin. Kitten Chloe asked, "What I read on the Okay, hold on. I've just realised I used the wrong word there. They found Nevaeh as the sun settled in, but it should be the dusk settled in. So remember, I went wrong on the second half of that stanza. So what I'm going to do is, in fact, I'm going to restore the first part that we just deleted. And I'm going to play it again and get the right bit with her nose in a book and a thoughtful grin. So hold tight. They found Nevaeh as the dusk settled in, with her nose in a book and a thoughtful grin. Okay, so I'm going to make this space so I can really see the difference in the... Right, hold on, let me see if I can make this bigger. Audio just, right, large. Okay, so I'm not sure now if you can see, I'll move it closer, look, that I can see where that sentence stops and where I'm about to say the next sentence, which is the wrong bit. So I'm going to cut that off there. Okay, let me put that there. Can you see me again? Right, so cut that there, and I'm going to remove that bit, remove and fill gap, and then I need to get rid of the first part on this one. So let's listen in. They found Nevaeh as the sun settled in, with her nose in a book and thoughtful grin. Okay, so here I am. That's where I need to cut. So cut, and get rid of that, and fill the gaps, and press save. Okay, so let's see what's going off in the chat. So Idiosyncratic Girl says, yes, she is keeping up with her exercises. Sister Z, we were actually talking about you on last week's behind the scenes, because you've got your all those gorgeous evergreen plants, haven't you, at your home, and this is why I thought you were still in the Caribbean, because it just looks so tropical. Right, let's listen to the change now I've made that edit.
Settled in, with her nose in a book and a thoughtful grin. Kitten Tony asked, "What I read on the beach all day long? Wouldn't you rather build sandcastles and sing a beach song?" Nevaeh just smiled and said, "Oh, can't you see? Books are a portal to all kinds of creativity. They open up places I can't reach just yet, with worlds to explore and people not met. Through pages I travel, I sketch and I dream. I collect brand new words and learn what they mean. Each story plants ideas, exciting and new, far beyond what the shoreline alone lets me do." Kissed Chloe leaned closer. Her tail gave a swish. "Well, what is this book? What adventure's your wish?" "I'm learning of pharaohs and pyramids of old, standing in deserts, beneath suns of gold. Must not seem with them pert. Yes, indeed, that's quite true. I've got ancient king who knew Tutankhamun too. They served in the palace with watchful renown. Chief Mouse Catters."
Right, here we go. So I missed another word there. I wasn't saying Chief Mouse. Can you hear the audio okay? Do I need to turn it up a little? If I turn it up a little, it's only on here. It might sound a little bit distorted, but let me know if you can hear the audio okay. Right, so I say Chief Mouse Catchers. Can't even say it properly now. Chief Mouse Catchers. Right, Big Murph saying I have to start getting ready for work, Joe. Great job so far on the story time. Hope you all have a great day. See you later. See you soon, Big Murph. See you soon, and I will have a song for you soon, Big Murph. Right, here she goes. Sister Z says, I have so many houseplants at the home in Maryland. They have also been grown from tiny plants or cuttings. They are mostly tropical plants. I refuse to count them, but rumour has it that there's at least 100. Oh my goodness. And I thought my house was full with 17. That's why when we did your knitted character, we put lots and lots of plants in your picture. Right, okay, let's get back to this. I need to figure out where I went wrong. So I definitely said Chief Mouse Catchers, Guarding the Jewels, and I said that wrong. So let me go back to where that might be.
Must not seem with them pert. Yes, indeed, that's quite true. I've got ancient king who knew Tutankhamun too. They served in the palace with watchful renown. Chief Mouse Catchers.
Right, so there, Chief Mouse Catchers. I'm going to put a splice in there, but let's see what I did to rectify it.
Chief Mouse Catchers. Chief Mouse Catchers guarding.
Right, I didn't start the whole thing again. So let me cut that. And this was literally only an hour ago. I cannot remember what I did. Okay, so I'm going to fill that gap. I'm going to save as well. Yes, Miss Mary. Yes, my princess. Do you want some? Right, let's get you some cat treats. Let's get you some cat treats. Yes, there you go, baby. Okay. So now, let's listen to the next bit.
With watchful renown, Chief Mouse Catchers guarding.
Okay, so I'm still chipping up my words there. Did you hear it? Let me play it again. Hey, hey, Kendi K all day. Hey, hey. Right, what I'm doing, Kendi, is I'm showing folks how I edit my Auntie Joe's bedtime stories videos. So this was the rough cut of the initial recording, and I've clearly made some errors in the way I'm speaking, so I've cut the first bit out, but I think we can still hear an error, so listen out.
Alice, with watchful renown, Chief Mouse.
Right, hold on, so,
Chief Mouse.
right, there it is. I'm going to cut from there, and I think this is the offending article. I'm going to delete and remove that, and let's see, let's hear it again.
Miss not seen with them paired. Yes, indeed, that's quite true. I've got ancient king who knew Tutankhamun too. They served in the palace with watchful renown, chief mouse catchers guarding the jewels of the crown. Kitten Chloe blinked. Tutankhamun? What a name! Is that a moon? Or a star? Or some spacey domain? Nevaeh just giggled. Oh no, not quite so. It's a person from history, not a place we can go. But speaking of space, said Nevaeh with cheer, there's so much to discover, both far and near, from comets that wander to nebulae wide, and the Milky Way stretching across the dark sky. Kids and Chloe bounced. Oh, I know what we'll do. We'll write about a cat astronaut. That sounds just like too. She'll zoom off to Mars, where the red sand lies deep, just like Egypt's deserts, but planets apart in their sweep. She'll build mighty pyramids, tall and proud, for an alien queen in a silken space crown. With royal mouse catchers to build every treasure, protecting her riches with honour and measure. Nevaeh clapped softly. That's brilliant, you see. You're already imagining adventures with me. We'll write it together when next we return. Your ideas, my words, there's so much we can learn. But now it's bedtime. The stars say goodnight. We'll dream of these journeys till morning is bright. And Chloe purred softly, excitement in her eyes, thinking of portals and stories of starry surprise. So sleep, little ones, let your dreams take flight, with Miss Noxema's tales to light the night. Isn't that a wonderful story about how reading...
So that's the story. Now, I know I'm unwell, or I know I'm getting better. We know as well that I will always be putting... Hold on, let me see. Can you see? We know I always put the subtitles, don't I, on the screen. But there's some words on there that I'm not sure are legible, or that you can hear what I'm saying. What are your thoughts? What do you reckon, folks? Right, whilst you're letting me know what you think, I'm going to finish the recording and then I'm going to get the subtitles on.
Your imagination. If you were going to write a story, what would it be about? And if you really want to, you can ask a grown-up to send me a message and I'll write that story with you. Just ask them to send me an email. But not tonight. It's bedtime. And we need to go to sleep. So, night-night, everyone. Night-night.
Okay, so, here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm now going to make it so that the it will generate these subtitles. Now, the generating of the subtitles is actually where I spend a huge amount of time. Not on the generation, but on the reworking of the words it's pulled. Because, as I've just said to you, sometimes my enunciation isn't very clear. We know that. Well, let's not kid ourselves. We know that. But also, AI finds it difficult to understand what I'm trying to say. So what I have to do is I have to then go through the subtitles and make all of the changes of the words that I've got wrong. Now, can you remember a few months ago when I used to do my vlogs, and I used to always have my subtitles on the screen. And there I was. I'd said Nottingham, or Nottingham. I'd said Nottingham, that's how I say Nottingham. And I said Nottingham, and I was watching the vlog, it'd been up for about 2 days, and instead of Nottingham, it had wrote Nazi. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. And I missed it. How did I miss that? But of course, because it was already live for 2 days, I'd already got views on there, I couldn't remove it. So that's why now what I do is on these bedtime stories, I really have to be super careful about the subtitles, because the subtitles have to be on. Can you remember when I was on Candy K's live a couple of weeks ago, and we was talking about the how we make the how the reason why I do these videos, and I always put the subtitles on so that children can read along. So I need to make sure it's the right phrase. There should be no Nazis appearing in these bedtime stories. So hi Christina, Christina. Oh my goodness! Right, I'm showing how the bedtime stories come to life. Now you know I've done a story for Federico. That story is going to be coming out tomorrow. This one is hopefully, I've just done the recording and I'm going to do that one today. I'm going to get this one out today and I'm going to get Federico's out tomorrow. So watch this space. That's another great one. That's another great poem. But this one, because I'm still in the clothes that I did for the recording, I thought it makes sense for me to do the edit on this one now. Okay, so let me show you now this tool. Can you see my screen? Yes, that's what Miss Mary says. She says we can see the screen. Let's go back to the very start. And then I go to subtitles. And with Cyberlink, I get 200 credits of AI credits a month. This one will take just 6 credits to use to create the audio for the subtitles. So because it's only a 5 minutes 16 seconds, I could be buying more credits, but I don't need more credits at the moment. Remember, I've not done a live for a few weeks, so I should have plenty of credits available. But this is why I always try and get the credits for, I try and do the subtitles for the lives as well, because there are many times when you can't understand a word I've said. And then I'll just upload the subtitles file. So that is how quickly it was to generate those subtitles. But we say it was quick because that was quick. But here we go. We now need to go through and sort out the dialect and make sure it's pulled the right words through. So here we go. Right, so let's start at the very beginning. The first thing I'm going to do actually is I'm going to make sure these subtitles are positioned in the right spot. So I've turned them into that, and I put them up here. And that should put all of the subtitles now in that same spot. Okay. So let's have a look.
Children, how are you today? I hope you're well.
Okay, so I missed one. Why did that one get missed? Hello children, how are you today? Where is that one?
Your children?
Why is that there? Oh, here we go, it's back up. Right, how are you today? It's figured that that's what I said. So we're on to a good start. Right. I hope you're well. In fact, it says I'm wrong too. Right, hold on. I need to change that. Hope you're well.
You today? I hope you're well. In fact, I'm well too.
I hope you're well. In fact, I am well too. Because
because I've spent 2 weeks, yes, 2 weeks, with a cold or a flu. I was snotty, I was grotty, I was shivering.
Right, so that says I was shiggly. Shiggly Caliente. That beautiful, beautiful drag queen, Jiggly Caliente. But sadly she's passed. But what a wonder. So I was shivering. I was shivery. And how do you spell shiver? S-H-I-V-E-R. Does that sound right? Shivery. And snivelly. Snivelly. I want to put 2 V's in snivelly. Does that sound right? Shivery and snivelly. Or should I put sniffly? So I think that's what I meant. And sniffly. Okay. Save. Yes, Miss Mary. So.
2 weeks, yes, 2 weeks, with a cold or a flu. I was snotty, I was grotty, I was shively and snivelly. But one thing I did do is I read a lot of books because I love reading. And I know somebody else who loves reading too. Her name's Nevaeh, and she's from Texas in the USA. Hi, Nevaeh. And I say hi to your mum too. Hi, Marjorie.
Right, so it always spells Marjorie incorrectly. So let me just go and very manually change this. And then I'm not going to let you listen to me doing all the subtitles because that would be boring. I'm not going to endure. I'm not going to let you endure that. Instead, what I'm going to do is I know that it's pretty much going to get. There's going to be lots of things that I need to change on there, but ultimately it's going to kind of understand the story. So I am going to export the subtitles currently as it is, because we need the subtitles to now help me create the images that I use using Chaticus, ChatGPT. Nevaeh's magical portal. Okay, so let me save those and open that. Right, so I'm going to close down this portal for now. I'm going to close down this program for now, only because, as I say, this system just keeps making everything seem really slow. So what I will do is I will close that down and I'm going to open ChatGPT. And let's see if we can hear her speak. Let me just make sure I've got the settings right. So sound, and let's hear it from this one. Okay, so let me move ChatGPT over to here so you can see what I'm working with. Right, I have created a very own GPT for Noxima's Illustrator. So I'm going to go onto that and I'll show you how not how I've created, but what I've actually put in there. So, when I go to edit the GPT, this is how you create your own GPTs on ChatGPT. You could do it slightly different on Gemini. If you want, let me know if you're wanting to have a video that shows you how to do this properly. Let me know and I'll see if I can get something together. It's not going to be this week. It's not going to be this week. I've only just got some energy to do this. Right, but what I've done is, it's got a name, Noxima's Illustrator, and the whole purpose of it is to create whimsical, magical storybook images, and it says in here it's in 16:9 ratio. Okay, it's not. It's now 9:16, because if you notice, all of my Miss Noxima stories that are now on Auntie Joe's Bedtime channel, they're all in that vertical, so it's 9:16. So this is what I've put in here. You are Noxima Illustrator, a custom GPT designed to create consistent, hand-painted storybook illustrations using dall-e. Your purpose is to turn poems and story texts into cohesive illustration sequences in a magical, whimsical, traditional children's book style. So the reason why I do this is because I want my images to kind of have the same style. So it's going on to explain the style in particular. It's a soft textured, hand painted traditional watercolour storybook aesthetic. It's not cartoon, it's not comic, it's not 3D, and it's not digital synthetic styles. You can write proper prompts, but I don't tend to write prompts. I tend to have conversations with it. And this is the things that I'm saying I don't want it to have. So I don't want to turn up with an image that suddenly looks like my knitted images. I don't want anything that looks 3D. It's supposed to look like a book. You open a book and there's a picture of a watercolour illustration. So I've also gone one step further to tell them that usually if it's a Miss Noxema story, it's set in, hold on, let's have a look. The world of Miss Noxema is always a North Yorkshire fishing village, e.g. Staithes, it's Saltburn or it's Whitby. And if Mel B, if she comes on, or if JC, Clemency Jane and Harderine, if you guys come over, I will take you to this North Yorkshire beach in Staithes or in Whitby. You know Whitby, that's where Bram Stoker wrote where Bram Stoker wrote Dracula. So it's an amazing place, and the beach is sublime. You'll not see a beach like this anywhere else in the world. So North Yorkshire beaches, and this is why those stories tend to have the same kind of look and feel about them, with little cottages, beaches with lovely, not a cliff, not like a White Cliff of Dover, but like rock faces. And in Whitby, if you go to Whitby, you can actually go fossil collecting. You go looking for fossils because the rocks are falling, and then you can look for fossils in the rock pools. But then I've uploaded some images to show the kind of thing that I'm looking for. And then capabilities, image generation. So let me update that. Update. Okay. Is anyone still there? Is anyone still watching? If you're not, don't worry about it. I'm still going to continue, but I'm just going to, if you've got any questions about ChatGPT, or if you would like me to do something that shows you how to create the GPTs, let me know. But I'm not going to do that now. So Hardrine's still here. She says yes. Okay, so what I do first, remember I had the subtitles file. So I open the subtitles file and I copy it and I load it into ChatGPT. Seamers, Nighttime's Tales. So I've put that in there first, and then let's chat. Hi Chaticus!
Perfect. We'll keep everything consistent once you let me know the aspect ratio you prefer. Just let me know whether you'd like these illustrations in a 16:9 landscape format or a 9:16 portrait format. Then I'll suggest the scenes.
Okay, so as you see, I've just uploaded the subtitle file, and I want you to create the images for me for the story of Nevaeh's magical portal.
Absolutely. We'll dive right in. So let's keep everything in that magical Miss Noxema style. First, let's go ahead and confirm the aspect ratio for the whole set of illustrations. Just let me know if you'd like them all in 16:9 landscape or 9:16 portrait format. Once you pick that, I'll suggest about a dozen key scenes from Nevaeh's story, and then we'll start illustrating.
Okay, so it definitely needs to be in 9/16s for a portrait style.
Great. We'll do everything in a 9:16 portrait style, which will give us those lovely tall, bedtime story illustrations. Now let me outline about a dozen key scenes that we can illustrate from Nevaeh's magical portal. Then you can pick your favorites for us to paint. 1. Miss Noxema and Kitten Chloe first appearing. Show Miss Noxema, the mystical black cat with her silver pendant and glowing eyes, and Kitten Chloe with her white and ginger fur finding Nevaeh on the beach with a book at sunset. Nevaeh reading on the beach. A scene of Nevaeh sitting on a cozy, cobblestone-lined beach in the North Yorkshire village, with the fishing village in the background, the crescent moon rising, and the sunset sky full of pinks and violets.
Okay, now that sounds fantastic, but we need to describe Nevaeh. So I have her mum available on the chat right now. Hopefully she's there, and hopefully her mum, Harderine, will explain to us what Nevaeh looks like. So we want to make sure that we get Nevaeh looking exactly like she is. So Harderine, if you're there, would you let us know what Nevaeh looks like? Chaticus, will you wait for us as we get this determined?
Of course, that's absolutely fine. We definitely want to make sure Nevaeh is illustrated just as she really is. So we'll wait a moment for Harderine to let us know all the details about Nevaeh's appearance. Once we have that, we'll include her in the illustrations exactly as described. Just let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm going to just turn us off for a second while we wait for Harderine.
Absolutely. Take your time. I'll be here whenever you're ready with Nevaeh's description. Once we have those details, we'll jump right back in and bring the illustrations to life.
Okay, so whilst we wait for Harderine, let me make sure that she's there. Hey, Harderine. The boss way. Can you help by describing Nevaeh for us? We want to make sure that her image is pretty accurate in the final version. Okay, so I'm sending that to Harderine now because I'm not sure if she's heard that one. Whilst we wait for Harderine, I'll say hi, Shay. Hi, Shay says Joe. Hi, it's lovely to see you, Shay. Okay, right, hold on, right. The total song. What? Is it gone again? What about you? What about me? What about us? Right, I've lost the thingy because every time I think of total, I'm thinking, I don't need no one else but you. Tell me what you want me to do. Oh, can't you see? Oh, Miss Mary, are you singing on that one as well? Are you singing on that one, Miss Mary? What you mean to me? Are you singing with us as well, Miss Mary? Right, so we've got to wait for Harderine. Come on, Harderine. We need to know what Nevaeh looks like. Harderine, are you there? She was there a moment ago. She said yes, she was there. Right, hold on. Let me update this. See if she's come back. Are you hearing a shout from Miss Harderine? Harderine, she's back. Right, Harderine, we need you to describe what Nevaeh looks like so that we can draw her. So let us know her skin tone, what her hair would look like. Right, excellent. What her hairstyle would be, how old she is, and what would she be wearing, and what she's wearing, what colour would they be. So you could describe what she looks like today if you like. Okay, so Harderine's working on it. She says, Nevaeh is a chocolate drop. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so she's writing. She's writing with us. Okay, let me go back to that. Right, and what I've done is I've put in the vibrant with black wavy hair like the ocean waves. Oh, hard to read. Right, throw up some hearts. Throw up some hearts for the love that this mother has for her 5-year-old daughter. I love the way you're describing her. I can't wait to explain this to Chaticus. So, let's have a look. So, she's continuing. What would she be wearing? Right, whilst Hardrine's doing that, let me quickly go through and look, because it's easier for me to edit the subtitles on here. And a calmness of beauty when she walks up to you. Okay, so, tell me about her clothes. Right, let's have a look. Chloe, so this is Kitten Chloe. Miss not right. Oh my goodness, it's all wrong. Right, let me get rid of that and go back to, she loves the colour pink. So what would she be wearing? Pink. Would she be in a pink skirt? Would she be in pink jeans? Would she be in a pink top? Would she be in pink sneakers? So, while she's doing that, she'll be in a pink dress. Okay, and what kind of dress? Pink and white shoes. So whilst you're letting us know this, I'm just going to two ponytails. Brilliant. Okay. Would the dress have long sleeves or short sleeves? Or would she have a denim jacket over them? Denim jacket, excellent. So, let me go back to Chatticus. Hi, Chatticus. Hi, Chatticus.
Hi there. Welcome back. Whenever you're ready, just let me know the details about Nevaeh's acantins and we'll get started on those illustrations.
Okay, so, hard to read, that's Nevaeh's mother. She has explained that Nevaeh is a little chocolate drop, so she's chocolate brown. She is the most beautiful 5-year-old with black wavy hair like the ocean waves, and she'd be wearing those in two ponytails. She has a smile that lights up a room and a calmness of beauty when she walks up to you. She loves the colour pink, so let's put her in a pink dress, pink and white shoes, and she'll be wearing a denim blue jacket over them.
Oh, that sounds absolutely lovely. We'll definitely bring Nevaeh to life just like that. A beautiful 5-year-old with chocolate brown skin, black wavy hair and two ponytails, and that radiant smile. We'll dress her in a pink dress, pink and white shoes, and a cute denim blue jacket on top. So with that description, let's move forward. I'll now put together about 10 or 12 scene suggestions for the illustrations, and then you can pick the ones you like best. Here we go.
Okay, see you on the other side. Okay, so now she's got all of that information. Let's go. First of all, with the scene suggestions. Right, so we've all heard the story. We've all heard the story that Nevaeh is on the beach and Kitten Chloe asks why she's not building sandcastles instead of reading a book. And Nevaeh explains that actually she finds books are so much more fun and creative than anything that she can learn just from being on the shoreline. So she explains that she's currently reading about Egyptian pharaohs and pyramids, and that's when Miss Noxema mentions that her ancestors, they used to be chief mouse catchers for the king Tutankhamun. And that's amazing, isn't it? So there's some, some recognition, some interaction. So Kitten Chloe is now fascinated, but she wants to know, what is Tutankhamun? Is it a moon or is it a star? Because you're thinking Tutankhamun. No, it's a king, isn't it? It's a pharaoh. So Nevaeh explains, no, it's a pharaoh. It's from Egypt. However, whilst reading, I've learnt all about space as well. So I've been learning about the Milky Way, and I've learnt about the nebula and all the stars. And that's when Kitten Chloe goes, oh my goodness, that's amazing. I can just imagine a cat astronaut. And the cat astronaut travels to Mars because it's like the beaches of Egypt, only red. And instead of building a pyramid for a pharaoh, let's build a pyramid for the alien queen. And right, so now Kitten Chloe is on board with the idea that books are amazing. And so Nevaeh says, you're absolutely right, Kitten Chloe. We're going to write a story. We're going to write that story that you just had, because we'll write it together. We'll turn it into a book. And won't that be wonderful? But we will do that one on another day because it's time for bedtime. And then Kitten Chloe goes off to bed, all excited. So that's what these images need to represent. Are you with me, folks? So this is what Chatticus has suggested. The first scene is Nevaeh on the beach with her book. Golden sunset over the Staithes harbour, cobblestone path, seagulls gliding overhead. We've got Nevaeh in her pink dress and denim jacket, reading peacefully with a thoughtful smile. Details: crescent moon beginning to rise, Miss Noxema and Chloe approaching in the background. Okay, then we've got Miss Noxema and Kit and Chloe arrive. The winding village path. Nevaeh looks up from her books as they approach. Nevaeh explains that books are a portal. There's soft twilight on the beach. Nevaeh is smiling brightly. She speaks to the curious cats. Sparkle or magical aura rising from the open book. Nevaeh's imagination brought to life is the Egyptian pyramids and the golden suns. Nevaeh is wearing an explorer's hat, looking up in awe. That's a brilliant idea. A regal cat is dressed as a palace mouse catcher. Stands guard near a sphinx-like statue. I love that. Then the next scene is Miss Noxema remembers Tutankhamun. Dreamlike blend of the beach and a grand Egyptian tale. I think that's all too similar to the image 4. So maybe we'll break that up a little bit. Kit and Chloe's confusion. She's asking about Tutankhamun and is it a moon? She's going to be pointing at the sky. But Nevaeh says no, but she is now weaving stories about the rooftop overhead, underneath the cosmos, and Nevaeh's gesturing towards the sky, eyes full of wonder, a magical swirl of planets, stars emerging from her book, and then Kit and Chloe imagines the imaginary cat astronaut, in a whimsical astronaut suit floating near Mars. Chloe with wide eyes paws open, building a sandcastle on the red planet. For Martian pyramids. Right, we need to get the royal, it's saying royal alien cat, but it needs to be a queen. So we will work that one. A sparkling palace of gold, of glass. Right, so this is the queen's palace, so we'll have that. Back to bedtime, sleepy beach and the navy sky. Nevaeh's curled up in a blanket, book closed, cat's curled beside her, lanterns flicker, the village quiet. And then, right, so it's given us 12. I think we can work some of these to be slightly more relevant. We've got Grace in the house. Hi, Grace. My darling Joe, on my way to my daughter's Christmas programme. Right, you need to watch the episode that we're going to do tomorrow on Auntie Joe's Bedtime Stories, because we're doing a story for Christina's grandson, Federico. But part of the story is talking about different animals that I've been seeing in people's different Christmas stories. So if your little girl is going to be in the Christmas play, would you let me know what she is? That would be brilliant. Oh my goodness, that would be brilliant. Right, back to the chat. Right, so JC's back in the chat as well. Okay, we're going to start off, we're going to tell... Right, I'm going to type this because now we're just going to go straight to this bit. So we'll go... Okay, some of these ideas are fantastic. Okay, fantastic. Let's work through them together. Remember, Nevaeh is 5 years old. She has chocolate brown skin and she has her black wavy hair in 2 ponytails. Let's first create an image of Nevaeh on the beach reading her book with a pharaoh, with a pyramid on. Right, the reason why I'm doing it this way is because for some reason, if I'd have let this go through voice activation and then I come out of it, sometimes it loses the details. So we need this particular details to go into the first image. The pyramid on the book cover, as then black furry Miss Noxema, the cat, and little white and ginger tabby kitten Chloe are there wanting to know why she's reading on the beach. It is dusk. Okay, so let's have a look who else is in the chair. She's just singing carols with her classmates, Joe. That's still beautiful. So she's a little chorister. That's beautiful. So, right, I'm going to make sure that we mention the choristers as well. Echo, my tabby perked up when you said Christmas stories about animals. You see, these stories are magical, JC. Even the pussycats love them. We've got Corey's on. Corey! Yay! Corey from Corey's World. She says hi, Jay. She's giving the Vulcan salute. Hi, Corey. Greetings to you. She says greetings to the chat. Okay then, so let's have a look. The first image is appearing. Let's have a look. Let's have a look how we go. It should have little Nevaeh in a denim jacket. Now, I'm only going to be on for another 10 minutes because at 3 p.m, which is 10 a.m. Central, I think, let me just check actually, I think Vicky's coming on from Foodie's Vacation. So let me just check. Foodie's Vacation. Foodie's Vacation. So she's coming up in 20 minutes time. So I'm going to finish the rest of these images. But first of all, Harderine, do you see little Nevaeh with Miss Noxema and Kitten Chloe on the beach reading her book about the pyramids? What do you reckon? Is it any good? I love it, she says. She loves it. Right, so we're going to continue that theme. We're going to build these ones in. Everyone's saying hi to everybody. Let's do one more image. So that's the one where she's saying that she's reading. She's on the beach. Okay, next image. Let's have Nevaeh. Nevaeh image of her. Let's have a look in an Egyptian desert, pointing up at the pyramids. She is wearing a she's wearing the same clothes. The same clothes. And she's wearing the same clothes and looks the same. Right, okay, let's have a look what happens there. And reading the cat to surprise us. Exactly! This is super cute, isn't it? And this is what I mean. I created this illustrator so it always, or it should always, so you know what AI is like. It's not fallible, is it? It's not infallible. Is that the word I'm looking for? It can get things wrong. So that's why I do these images individually. This one, we want it to still look like Nevaeh. So hopefully the image still looks like Nevaeh. But this time she's pointing up at the pyramids. It really is hard. That's what Calamity's saying. So remember, folks, for those of you that are content creators, do hashtag sleep. For those of you that shared your channel links, I will make sure that they go in the video description. There's only 7 of you watching now. However, I did have more of you on earlier, so we'll put all of your links in the video description when it's available on the replay. Sandy's here. Sandy, I was singing your song earlier. The evening breeze erase the trees tenderly. Oh, now look at that. Oh my goodness. It's even made Kit and Chloe into a pharaoh. Because it's keeping up with the imagination. Right, honestly, you can't make this stuff up. Right, so Sandy's saying hi. She's saying hi to everyone. Right, let's do one more. We can have now, let's create the image of Miss Noxema's ancestors, also black fluffy cats, in the palaces, Egyptian palaces of the pharaohs. The cats are chief mouse catchers. So can we have the image of opulence in these ancient palaces as this ancient palace as black fluffy cats chase grey mice who are stealing cheese. So we don't want the mice to be caught because this is a children's bedtime story. Right, so this is the thing that we always have to remember. We're writing this stuff out for children, so we don't want images of dead mice, as you know, for these children's bedtime stories. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Lovely to see you. And right, she's saying I'm a fast typer. Thank you. Do you know I used to be a medical secretary back in the day, and I used to be a solicitor secretary as well. Honestly, I'm 49. The things I've done in this lifetime. I've not been a sailor yet, but there's still time, isn't there? Right, let me see what this image is then. Let's see what's happening now. And this is going to be the last image that we create for you today. Before we take a break, I tried to get my hair like that. Is it natural? For me, Chris, no. My hair naturally looks something like this, but it's not as full. And whilst I've been so overweight, haven't I, that I used to look like a little bobblehead with a little blonde afro. And so that's why I started wearing my hair with the hair pieces. But then I tried to dye my hair blue and then quickly not regretted it, but I just started my channel and so people would know me with blonde hair. So I tried to take the blue out of it and then it ended up green. So my natural hair looks like the Joker at the moment. And the green is not only at the tips but sometimes all the way through the strands. My own natural hair is about that long. But it's not as big as this. So that's why I wear this wig. It's a full wig this time. Okay, here we go, look. Here we go. This is the image. This is the image of Miss Noxema's kin as they're chasing the mice, as the mice are stealing cheese in the ancient pharaoh's palace. Okay, do we like that one? This image here, I'm not sure what that one's all about. It looks like it's a cat that's caught the cheese itself. That looks like it's a misdirection. So this is what let me quickly show you how I change that. Okay, I'm going to save this image first. I save this image as Not Enjoy the Jaguar. This is some work that I've been doing for somebody else. Not some work, I've just been creating some images for a blesser. And let's see. For this one is Ancient cats. Cats as mouse catchers. Okay, so save that there. And then what I do is I don't like that image there. I could attempt to make the change on ChatGPT using dall-e. But dall-e is notorious for making slight changes to the image every time you try and edit it, and it makes the image worse and worse. So what I do instead is I go to downloads and I open up, did I just save that in downloads? I thought I just saved it in downloads. Chief Mouse Catcher. Where did I just save that? Chief Mouse Catcher. I've just saved that image and I can't think where I've saved it. That's typical, isn't it? Right, let me do it again. Oh, that's why. Let me move it to here. It's put it in a folder that I very rarely use. Okay, so I'll move it to where I was really looking for it. So here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go again. Right. What I do is I open this up. If you've got Microsoft M365 on your system, you could do this really easily as well. So I'll show you how I do it. I open it up. Okay, can you see? Oh. Right, I'm showing you the wrong screen. Right, let me move the screen over. Okay, so can you see the screen now? And I make it bigger. Right, that one right there, I want to get rid of it because it's a cat that looks like it's eating cheese and flying through the air, so it's Super Cat. We don't want that. So when you go to, you can edit the background and things out using just paint and erase, but I like to use Microsoft Designer for this. So I open Microsoft Designer up and I'm going to use the object transform. And the reason why I use this one is because I like what it does once it removes it. So we want to select that whole cat there, the whole cat, and the cheese, and that looks like a pie. Okay, so that's all the thing that we're going to move. And when it erases, it should fill out that and that sky so it doesn't look like you've removed anything. Look at that. You'd never know that there was a flying super cat in that was there originally, would you? So that's just, I just use it that way. I think it's fantastic. Microsoft Designer. Okay, so I'll be messing around with these images for the rest of the afternoon. I'm going to save this one as its original because all I've done is removed something there. Let's see what's going off in the chat. Right, Jonathan's here from Carnival Muscle. How are you doing, Jonathan? He says hello, 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 hello. Sandy says it's awesome. Right, Christina, wow, that's cool. Right, Christina, before you go, let me show you. Right, I've still got to edit this. So this is going to come out tomorrow. I've still got to edit this video. Alright, hold on. But I recorded this morning.
Children, how are you today? I know some of you are very well because I've seen for myself. I've seen photos and videos of you in school plays. At this time of the year, it's this festive season. I've seen young children playing mouse. I've seen donkeys. I've seen angels. I've seen... What was that one that I saw the other day? It was a wise woman as part of the 3 wise men. She was a wise woman. How wonderful. So, I think it's wonderful that everyone gets to dress up. And so I have too. Can you guess what I am? I am a reindeer. Of course I am. And that takes me very nicely onto today's story. No, it's not about reindeers. Well, Federico in Perth, Australia, he has a fascination with the Tasmanian devils. So they're lovely little creatures, and this story will tell us a little bit more about them. This story is called Why Won't Freddy Leave the Pouch?
Okay, right. Do you want me to play this story? It's all completely raw. I've not edited or anything yet. Do you want me to play this at the moment and then I'll let you guys go? Or do you want to see the majesty of this, the magic of this story when it goes out tomorrow on AudioDirector's Bedtime Stories? So let me know. Right, Sandy's saying yes. Okay then, right, are you ready? And remember, it's not edited, so I might make some fluff my lines. You know what I'm like. Okay. Oh, right, hold on. Christina says, no, she wants to wait till tomorrow. Right, I think because it's for Christina's grandson, Federico, I think I should wait. But it's not too long. We only need to wait until tomorrow. So I'm gonna let us wait. I can see that Carnival Muscle said that he's had his care come over this morning to help with some stuff. So I hope everything went well for you, Jonathan. I noticed you've got a cane a little bit like Sir Michael, but it's in red. Have you got is yours named? Right, let's wait. We'll wait. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let you guys go. It's coming up to the top of the hour, and we've all got things that we really should be doing. So until then, I'm going to sing you all off. What we're going to sing, Miss Mary? What shall we sing? Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing, the hands in the air. Let the jingle rock everywhere. Giddy up, jingle bells, pick up your... Right, I'm singing the wrong words. But it can't be helped. You know what I'm like. And also, I suppose while I'm singing the wrong words, I won't get a copyright strike. So, have a fantastic day, folks. Miss Mary did calm down a little bit. And I will see you all soon. Rick is dancing. So, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing, the ants in the